All right, so today we have a clip here of Senator Tim Scott being asked a question about a federal abortion ban. And guys, this isn't the only clip we have here, but guys, I'm excited about this one today, guys.
Yes, sir.
Would you support a federal ban on abortions?
So this is Newsmax. In my opinion, this is kind of my opinion on most conservative media, but specifically with Newsmax. Newsmax is kind of like the white trailer trash of news outlets, in my opinion. They're garbage. They're like super extreme. Fox News is very extreme, but they're like another level of extreme, even compared to Fox News. And this guy says, would you support a federal abortion ban? You guys heard the question. Now, before we play his response, we're going to play it. I have another short clip of Tim Scott being asked a different question. He gets asked a different question in this local news interview. Listen to what he says, guys. Listen to what he says. This is only 30 seconds, guys.
I think states have to solve that problem on their own. The big problem that we see today is that our Democrats want to make this a federal issue of having abortions into the third trimester.
See, you already said. Democrats want to make this a federal issue.
That is something that puts us in the company of China and North Korea. We cannot go there. So we have to have a federal limit on how far we can go, and that is something that we have to discuss.
Now, the Congress has passed, I think in 2013, as you would know, 2015, 2017, a late-term abortion ban. That could conceivably go all the way through now. So if that 20-week ban reached your desk, would you sign it?
A 20-week ban, definitely.
Okay, so you heard what he said. That was the entire clip right there. He said, yeah, if it came through my desk, I would support a 20-week abortion ban. But the main part of that clip was him saying that it's a state's issue. The federal government, is a state's issue. That's what he's saying. That's what Tim Scott's saying. Now let's listen to his answer. We'll restart the clip here of should we do a federal abortion ban?
Yes, sir.
Would you support a federal ban on abortions?
I would simply say that the fact of the matter is when you look at the issue of abortion, one of the challenges that we have, we continue to go to the most restrictive conversations without broadening the scope and taking a look at the fact that I'm 100% pro-life. I never walk away from that. But the truth of the matter is that when you look...
So he starts out, I'm just...
at the issues on abortion, I start with a very important conversation I had in a banking hearing when I was sitting in my office and listening to Janet Yellen, the Secretary of the Treasury, talk about increasing the labor force participation rate for African-American women who are in poverty by having abortions. I think we're just having the wrong conversation around. Yes, sir.
See, first of all, that was the most word salad, gobbledygook, nothing burger I've ever heard. Maybe not ever, but for a politician, that was pretty garbage. That was I didn't say anything at all. All he pretty much said was, I'm pro-life, which we already knew that. But it's weird to me that when he's on his local station, this guy's from South Carolina, when he's on his local news station that people that probably, don't live in that area probably aren't even going to see that clip. When it's him on this low-level local station, he says, we can't, it's got to be a state's issue. But then, when he's on Newsmax, which I'm sure gets more viewers than that local station does, and he gets asked a direct question, he says, do you support a federal abortion ban? He can't give an answer. Even though in the other clip, this clip is from today or yesterday. That other clip was from months ago. So, it's proof. This is proof, guys, of how hypocritical the Republicans are. He knows how many people watch Newsmax. He knows how many people are going to see this clip because people don't just watch Newsmax on their TV or their computer or their phone. They see clips on social media here, like Twitter. I'm watching this clip on Twitter. And all of a sudden, it's, I can't answer that. But in the other clip, it was totally good. He said, it's got to be a state's issue. And obviously, my opinion on the matter, I obviously would, I don't know. No federal abortion ban. That's fucking bullshit. The Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade is just something that, I guess I was just being so naive. My brother came out as soon as they leaked it. They leaked the draft and said, they're going to overturn Roe v. Wade. I was like, you're fucking full of it, man. I was wrong. I was big time on that one. And I think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. But what I think is equally ridiculous is people like Tim Scott here, who, literally say that he's in one clip that's not on the national stage. He says, "Well, we can't do a federal abortion ban. That's shit that like China does, right?" But then on Newsmax, you support a federal abortion ban? Well, I'm pro-life. Okay, great. And it's just, he starts out with saying the fact of the matter is, listen.
Support a federal ban on abortions?
I would simply say that the fact of the matter is, when you look at the issue of abortion,
He says, the fact of the matter is, and then he goes on this spiel about nothing, but then later he says the truth of the matter is. But he doesn't connect the two, and he doesn't explain what the truth or the fact of the matter is.
challenge that we continue to go to the most restrictive conversations without broadening the scope and taking a look at the fact that I'm 100% pro-life. I never walk away from that, but the truth of the matter is that when you look at the issue.
So at first it was the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is we're having the wrong conversation. Now, what's the truth of the matter? Let's listen to the truth of the matter.
Issues on abortion, I start with a very important conversation I had in a banking hearing when I was sitting in my office and listening to Janet Yellen, the Secretary of the Treasury, talk about increasing the labor force participation rate for African American women who are in poverty by having abortions. I think we're just having the wrong conversation around. Yes, sir.
I guess he kind of did. I guess he kind of did bring it back a little bit, but even then, still, it's nothing. The only thing he really said there was, "I'm pro-life," which we already know you're pro-life. This is not a secret. I don't know exactly how long Tim Scott has been a representative. He's been he's been around for a pretty long time, and his position has pretty much always been pretty clear and cut. Pro-life, anti-abortion. I just hate the terminology pro-life as if the other side, and I mean this is what conservatives do. They use this specific political terminology. They say, I'm pro-life, and even people on the left do it. It's to suggest the fact that if you're not pro-life, you're pro-death, or you're pro-murder, or you're pro-killing babies. It's just, I think it's a ridiculous thing to say. You either just say I'm anti-abortion or I'm pro-abortion, or if you want to say pro-choice, I think that might be a little better. But even then, this is just saying I'm pro-life when the amount of things that could potentially happen for certain individuals who become pregnant and then could possibly die as a result of giving birth along with their child. It's just like I think that saying pro-life is the most ridiculous, awful, just stupid thing to say. I just think it's a dumb term. I don't like it, but that's going to be it for the video. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, turn on all notifications. And before I go, I've never done this before. Well, I have, but not on camera. I've been covering the Cenk and Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks and Emma Vigeland, a little drama they had. Emma Vigeland responded. She responded yesterday on the Majority Report live on air about the exchange she had with Cenk on Twitter. Would you guys like to see me make a video about that? I don't know how many of you are watching to this point in the video, but if you are watching, please let me know if you would like to see me make a video on that, or if you would not like me to make a video on that. Have a good one.